Hi there, my name is Cameron Lackbour. I'm a director of ODTUG, and we're here at Kscope 16. I have with me
Heli Helskyaho.
So, Heli, how many times have you come to Kscope?
Oh, that's my third time.
Your third time?
Year, yeah.
Excellent. What technology track are you in?
Oh, database mainly, but I also do Apex.
So, okay, you're hitting it in two different places.
Yes,
awesome.
that's one reason why I like to come here, because you have so many tracks that because I'm not just one track person, I like to do different kind of things. Recently I just taught myself Java, so I'm a Java programmer nowadays too.
Now you are!
Yeah, I am. So this place is very good to go to different kind of sessions, so I just don't have to follow one track, I can go to several tracks. You know, if I find something interesting from this track, I go there, something interesting from here, I go here. So very,
Excellent.
very,
It's that choice, it's that choice that makes it special.
Yes, I love it. Yeah.
So we had a Twitter conversation earlier this year when we talked about how many hours we spent on our presentations.
Yes.
So how many presentations do you have?
Here I have two presentations, then I have one panel, and then the WIT session, Women in Technology.
Wow. So how many pre-hours have you put into this? How many research and writing hours have you put in?
Being honest, I don't count.
I have a counter.
Yeah.
I have to know.
I did count earlier, but then I realized I get depressed.
Oh, you put that many hours in?
Yeah.
How late did you have to stay up at night to do the research? Let's try it that way.
It depends. Sometimes I stay up until 3 a.m. If I'm
You too?
Yeah,
You
if,
too?
if I'm doing something very exciting, I'm researching something new or writing a book or something like that, I stay up very late. But sometimes I go to bed 11. So depending.
That's not too bad.
I always work weekends, don't tell anybody.
Yes, I know. I know. So you mentioned a book. Yeah. Are you writing yet another book?
Yes.
Could you describe it a little bit, please?
Yes. So my first book came out last year. That was about data modeler and database designing. And the second one is SQL and PL/SQL.
Wow.
But that's written by 5 people. So there's Arup Nanda, Martin Whitlake, Brendan Tierney, Alex Nuyten, and then me.
So it's actually an international book. I mean, you're not just, the books that I've been are all been people in the States.
Yeah,
wow, that's
this
amazing.
Is very international.
That must be very difficult to coordinate.
Well,
somewhat
actually,
difficult
no,
to
because
coordinate.
we're good friends, so it was quite easy.
Excellent.
I was enjoying a lot. It was very fun.
Good. When is your book coming out?
Just before the open world.
Okay.
Probably August.
Will it be in the bookstore?
Yes.
Yeah, excellent.
Yeah. They told me actually it should be in Amazon mid-August, something like that. Yeah.
Fantastic.
You can already pre-order it.
I should pre-order it. Not that I would understand much of it, but I should totally do it.
Oh, I hope people will like it.
Yeah. Yeah. So Finland, Heli's from Finland, is a long way away.
Oh yeah.
So what makes it worthwhile to come all that distance to here, to the States? What makes ODTUG and Kscope unique?
Yeah, that's a good question, but I can say that it's very unique because I just tracked my husband here as well. He joined ODTUG, so he's a member now.
Did he really?
Yes, and he's a newcomer this year, so first time in this conference. And so far, I just interviewed him this morning for breakfast, and he said he's loving it.
Fantastic.
Yeah, so I guess I like it a lot since I already convinced him to come here and join ODTUG.
Yeah, that's fantastic.
I think, as I mentioned earlier, it's the variety because there's so many things you can just attend in one conference. You don't have to go to several conferences, just to one, and you will get it all, you know, all areas.
Do you have the problem that you look at the schedule and you go, there are 3 things I want to attend at the same time, and I'm only going to one?
Yes. I have that problem
you have
all
the
the time.
Yes.
Yes.
Do you use the recorded videos? Do you use the recorded sessions later on?
I haven't so far, but I was just told that they are recorded. Natalie told me they're recorded this year.
Oh,
I was thinking I will do that, definitely, yes.
Yeah, fantastic.
Yes.
Fantastic.
Yes. But it's still a tough choice because it's always different to see it live.
Yes, but I mean, it's better than nothing, right?
Yeah,
it's better
of
than
course.
splitting yourself into 3 parts.
And I really appreciate that you're recording because I know it's very expensive.
Yes, I guess it is.
Big money to record sessions, so it's very good.
So how many conferences do you go to a year?
Oh, that's a tough question. I would say about 30.
You get to 30 of them?
Oh, I
now,
think so.
I mean, Kscope's pretty big.
Yes.
I know I see you at Open World.
Yes. So I go to small ones and big ones, depending. So now probably I will travel a bit less because I just started my doctoral studies. So I will be doing my research and I will be teaching at the university. So I cannot travel that much.
You don't do enough things.
No. So I think I will travel a bit less. Not sure though. My husband doesn't believe this at all. He said, yeah, you're just talking. But we'll see.
So what are you going to get that degree in? What is your area of?
It's big data. Around big data, so the original plan was schema discovery, understanding when your data is flowing in, what kind of data it is. So not just having a person to analyze it, but computer to do it for you. That was the original plan, but actually now I'm building a benchmark for unified databases, which is very interesting.
Are you presenting, in your sessions this year, are you presenting on some of that subject or all that subject?
Not
totally
yet.
different stuff?
Yeah, just actually this year I'm talking about database designing, which is still my favorite. So both my sessions are related to database designing. But I think next year I will be talking about big data.
Excellent.
Most likely. I just gave a session in Bulgaria and in Romania about big data.
Wow, you do travel a lot.
Yeah, I do travel.
What's the, other than your knowledge that you gain when you come to these sessions, and of course all the research you put into your sessions, what do you take away from a user group meeting, like Kscope and like other ones as well?
So first of all, I learn a lot. That's always great. I love learning. And secondly, I kind of like the feeling when I'm helping somebody. So if somebody has a question, very tough question, which is not tough to me because I have already researched the area and I know the answer, it's simple to me. I love giving the answer and helping this person and saving weeks of time for the person.
That's the giving part.
Yeah, so I really enjoy that.
Yeah.
And I like when I see, when you are kind of teaching, you see people are understanding what you are saying, like, oh, this person just understood, oh, good. So I love the feeling when I see people are understanding what I'm saying.
Right.
I kind of like teaching, I guess.
Which is why you're getting a degree, so you can actually be a full professor, right?
Yes, I really, really enjoy that.
So you're an Oracle ACE director.
Yes.
Would you say that this outreach that you do, this teaching that you do, is a key reason why you're an ACE director? I mean, I know you're technically very adept, but there are lots of technically adept people who are not in the ACE program.
Yeah, I think that's part of it.
Yeah.
Because Oracle is paying a lot of my trips.
Oh, that's fantastic.
Yeah.
You're getting it through OTN.
Yeah, so it's, OTN is paying the flights and the hotel. Of course, my company is paying my time and so on.
Right, of course.
And but yes, I think that's one of the key factors. And the other one is those books, I think. And I'm also writing articles, so I really love writing. It's one of my favorite hobbies.
So here's a question for you. When you were a student, when you were a child and you were in grammar school, primary school, were you good at, I was going to say, were you good at English? You were not good at English. Were you good in writing? Were you good?
Yes,
was that something you were strong in?
Yeah.
Okay.
Actually, I had two dreams when I was a kid. I wanted to be an actress. I'm actually doing it now.
There you go. We're on TV. We're on video at least.
Yeah, and the other one's author, because I really enjoyed writing. And actually my Finnish teacher was always very upset because every week we had to write an essay, and we had 2 hours to do it, and I only needed 45 minutes to do it. And she was always like, I hate it, I have to give you an A for this, but only took 45 minutes to write. It should take you 2 hours. So I really enjoyed it a lot, and I still do.
Yeah.
But I was a bit scared when I wrote my first book, because English is not my first language, so I was a bit scared how
it would come out. Yeah.
Yeah, so can I write English? Of course, I have been written English because all the technical things that I write, like manuals or when I've been teaching the end users and so on, everything has been in English, because in Finland we also use a lot of English. But still, it's a different thing than writing a book.
And Finnish is a very different language than English.
Very different from any language.
It's Finland and Hungary have a sort of related language.
That's what I've been told, but I've been to Hungary, but...
You don't think that's the case?
No,
okay.
I didn't understand
I've been there once. I've been there once for work, but it was a very short time.
Yeah, so, but I heard the same.
Yeah.
But it's very hard for me to believe.
Yeah, that's different.
Yeah.
So is there anything else you'd like to say about Kscope and ODTUG?
Oh, goodness. It's always well organized. That's something I enjoy. The party on Wednesday is always very fun.
You're only here for the party, right?
Yeah, of course, I'm here for the party. No, seriously, party is very fun. So I think it's good to have things to learn during the day, but I think it's equally important to network with other people.
Yes.
So the networking part is very, very important.
That's the bit you can't get from the recordings.
Exactly.
You physically have to be here to make that work.
And another reason for traveling here is that Finland is a small country, and probably if you have a problem in your area, nobody else has the same problem, because you are such a few people using that combination of tools. But here you have so many people. I'm very sure you will find somebody here who has the same problem.
And has maybe figured it out.
Exactly, already have the solution for you. So that's one reason to come to the big world.
We're not that big.
Yeah.
So one last question for you. So I know you're very active on Twitter.
Yes.
What other social media tools do you use to get your?
I'm in Facebook, which I usually use for personal things. So I might put some blog things there, but usually I just tell where I travel so my husband knows where I am. Yeah, so that's something I use, and I also use LinkedIn.
LinkedIn as well.
Yeah.
So do you write articles for LinkedIn? Do you
Not
use-
at the moment,
No.
because I just wrote for Oracle Scene magazine, so I try to write for magazines, and OTN just invited me to write about something. I'm trying to work on that now.
As a white paper?
Yes.
Yeah.
So I rather write papers like that, articles or white papers or something like that. So I'm not very good to write in LinkedIn.
Yeah, it's a different kind of medium.
Yeah, I more like follow other people's writing. Yeah, but I think Twitter is my number one.
Is it? You know, I have a blog as well, but
Yeah.
I do more with Twitter.
Yeah. In blog, I blog if I have something longer to write, and Twitter is something short.
Short.
Yeah. But I do like writing blogs too. That's why I have the blogger patch.
I don't have a blogger patch.
Oh, you don't?
I don't
You
have a
to go
blogger.
find
I
one.
have to I don't have a blogger patch. Okay. Well, thank you very much
Thank
for
you.
appearing on this.
Thank you.
I look forward to the rest of the conference. I hope you do too.
Yeah, I do.
Excellent.
Absolutely. Yes.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye.